is a game franchise developed by Valve. There are 2 main Portal games, and there probably won't ever be another one, but that's okay, because we don't need another one. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start over from the beginning. Alright, so back in 2005, a group of programmers attending the DigiPen Institute of Technology developed a PC game called Narbacular Drop for their senior project. I'll spare you the details, but basically the game was a puzzle game where you placed portals to progress through each level. This caught the attention of Gabe Newell, the CEO of Valve, and he offered the team some jobs, where they developed a game named Portal. Portal is a puzzle game which has a lot in common with Narbacular Drop. And by that, I mean both were puzzle games where you placed portals. That's basically where the similarities end. Anyway, Portal is set in Aperture laboratories, as you, Chell, navigate test chambers with the help of the Aperture Science Handheld portal device. Or you can just call it the portal gun if you didn't go to college.
The game is split into 19 test chambers that you traverse by using the portal gun to place portals which you can teleport between. There are also other mechanics and obstacles such as the turret. While you're making your way through these test chambers, GLaDOS, an AI, will make funny remarks to bring comic relief to the terrifyingly lonely environment that is the Enrichment Center.
This game is relatively short.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
I can beat it casually in about an hour, but speedrunners can blaze through literally 10 times faster, and no, that isn't hyperbole. Speedrunner can even beat the game in 6 minutes using out-of-bounds, glitches, and clips. This game received high critical acclaim for its ingenious puzzle design. On March 1st, 2010, the game was updated to add some secrets when you moved radios from the places they spawned to a different place in the test chamber. These audio files, when viewed through a spectrogram, display some pretty creepy looking images of keyboards, documents, and random objects. I'm not going to elaborate further because it's not the focus of this video, but basically Valve made an entire ARG to promote the release of Portal 2. On March 5th, 2010, Portal 2 was formally announced with immense excitement from fans. While nothing was really said about the game, aside from a release window that eventually got pushed back a few months, fans were still incredibly excited, because they've seen how good Valve is at sequels. Actually, by being good at sequels, I mean they're good at making the second game in franchises. They don't like making any more than that, but that's a topic that's been done to death by other people already. Portal 2 has incredible puzzles, characters, and story elements, and really is the gold standard when it comes to puzzle games. One of my favorite new mechanics in Portal 2 is the gel. The repulsion gel is blue and you can bounce on it, and the propulsion gel is orange and you walk a lot quicker on it, and both of them combined make some very fun and compelling puzzles. There are many other mechanics that I couldn't possibly fit into a video of reasonable length, but I really like the light bridge and tractor beam. The light bridge is a bridge that can go through portals, and the tractor beam is a beam that moves you through its path, which can also be altered with portals. Portal 2 is a lot more story-based than its predecessor. I don't want to spoil it, but the first game keeps you going through all 19 test chambers one after the other. It's very linear, up until the end where you go off track a bit. Not to say that its linearity is a bad thing, because it definitely isn't. I'm just using it as a way to compare the two games. In Portal 2, you're constantly going off track, and while you're absolutely being guided from place to place, you can't really make any major story decisions. The fact that you are leaving the path intended by Aperture makes the game feel much more exciting, while still technically being linear. Major story twists and changes happen in between chambers, unlike in the first game, where there basically is no story until the end. Again, that's not a bad thing by any means. Wheatley is a new character who accompanies you during most of the game, and he's an incredible character who delivers some of my favorite lines in any piece of media ever.
This is the main breaker room. Look for a switch that says escape pod. Alright, don't touch anything else. Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod, but as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else, look at the next thing, alright? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see it anywhere? I can't see it anywhere. Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on. Let there be light. That's, God. It's quoting God. Oh, look at that! Turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod. It's moving up. Okay. No, don't worry. I've got it. This should slow it down. No, it makes it go faster.
I seriously cannot think of a better choice for his voice actor than Stephen Merchant. Ellen McLean reprises her role as GLaDOS, and I think she does an even better job than in the first game.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
In my opinion, Portal 2 is like the first game, but much more refined and properly executed. Not to say the first game is bad, because it isn't. It's one of my favourite games of all time, right after Portal 2. I'm just saying that Portal 2 is a bit more polished and feels more like a AAA game. I know that graphics shouldn't really matter when it comes to reviewing games, but I just want to say this game's graphics haven't aged a bit, which is incredible, especially since this game released over a decade ago. It's also incredibly well optimized, but that's to be expected from a Valve game. Just the fact that I can reach 60 FPS on max graphics on a PC game is kind of mind-blowing to me, because I use a relatively low-end work laptop.
Portal 2 also has Steam Workshop support, which means anybody can make custom test chambers and upload them online for anyone to download for free. There are also a bunch of fan-made mods that can be downloaded for free or for cheap straight from Steam. The installation process is incredibly simple as well. You just have to own Portal 2 and the mod will download like any other Steam game, and it'll even show up as a separate game in your library with no tweaking necessary. This is what Josi was referring to at the beginning of the video. As awesome as it would be to get another Portal game, we don't really need another one because fans are always pumping out more incredible content either through the Steam Workshop or mods.
Portal Reloaded is a super difficult mod, which adds a third portal, which can be used to time travel, technically making the puzzles 4-dimensional. While it seems incredibly complicated, the game explains this mechanic very well. Don't get me wrong, time traveling is very confusing, but never in a frustrating way. From what I've played of Portal stories, Mel have been incredibly enjoyable too, but I am yet to finish it. The narration in both of these mods feel just like an actual Portal game too, which is great for me, because the humor in the Portal games is probably my favorite type of humor.
You have been in stasis for 16 days and 4 decades. This Aperture Science test subject teleportation device will dematerialize your body and rematerialize it in the next chamber. This process is absolutely safe. Usually.
I bought both games back in 2018 in a bundle for $3. Those $3 have brought me over 150 hours of enjoyment between both of these amazing games, and I highly doubt I'm going to stop playing them anytime soon. Currently, that same bundle is $15, but it goes on sale pretty much all of the time. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit more of an ambitious project, and I'm glad I finished it relatively quickly compared to my previously unreliable schedule. Also, huge thanks to SpacePotato for doing some of the voice lines for this video. I just had the idea one night for someone else to do some of the lines, so you wouldn't just be hearing my voice the whole time, and I'm glad he was down to do some of it. Comment, like, and subscribe, and see ya!